Why are dreams mostly visual images? When we sleep, our mind doesn't shut down completely. It keeps working, just in a different way. At night, our conscious mind weakens, and from the depths of our psyche come desires, memories, fears, and fantasies. All the things we usually suppress or are unaware of during the day. This is the unconscious, and it tries to tell us something through dreams. But it doesn't speak to us in words. It shows us pictures, scenes, and images that we then try to make sense of. Censorship as a night filter. Imagine that someone in your head is playing a movie at night, but it's a strange, fragmented, symbolic movie. This film is created by your unconscious desires. But there's a catch. There's an internal censor, a part of your psyche that makes sure you don't see anything too raw, painful, or disturbing in the dream. This censor doesn't allow your true desire to go on air in a direct form. For example, if deep down you want to scream at someone or escape your routine life, the dream won't say it outright. Instead, you might see yourself flying in a plane, running through a maze, or getting lost in a city. In other words, the desire is masked, encoded. Language, on the other hand, is too direct. If dreams spoke to you in words, you might immediately realize what you truly want or fear, and that would go against the function of censorship. So the unconscious chooses a gentler, more ambiguous method: visual symbols. Images as safe masks of desire. Why does the brain choose pictures? Because they are indirect. Images are like metaphors or riddles. They leave room for interpretation. For example, instead of hearing, "I'm afraid of losing control," you see a car falling off a cliff. Or instead of hearing, "I want to change my life," you dream of boarding a train to an unknown city. These scenes are images that allow the desire to appear without shocking you. It's like a game of hide and seek. The desire shows itself partially, but stays behind a mask. When we wake up, we usually remember visuals, faces, colors, places. We rarely remember words, smells, or sounds. Why? Visual memory is the strongest. We retain what we see better than what we hear or feel. The brain lowers the activity of the auditory system during sleep, so sounds may be blurred or absent. During dreams, the mind saves energy by using symbols rather than constructing complex verbal messages. That's why we often wake up thinking, "I saw," rather than "I heard." Voices in dreams, rare visitors. Now let's talk about voices in dreams. Sometimes someone says something to you, or you speak yourself, but let's admit it,